Hello, that awesome five. This is a takeover.
The geeks are out. The geeks are out. The geeks are out. The geeks are here to save the day. The geeks are out.
Actually, no, Abby just can't make a video due to reasons that I'll let her explain herself. So I'm here instead. I have absolutely no idea if any of you guys know me. My name is Katie, also known as Katie Fab on pretty much everything excluding YouTube. If you care at all to find out who I am, there are links down in my pants. Otherwise, hi, I'm Katie. So the whole theme, as far as I've picked up, is friendship, and specifically to talk about friends of ours. And there are probably numerous people that I could pick to talk about, but the only one that really comes to mind that I feel inclined to talk about for a video is Esther. Now, while I could probably assume that most of you guys know who Esther is, I feel like maybe that would be wrong. So for those of you who may not be aware, Esther is a nerd fighter that suffered from thyroid cancer and was a dear friend of myself, as well as many other nerd fighters and Harry Potter fans. And she passed away almost exactly 5 months ago on August 25th. Esther and I met after a live stream show from the Harry Potter Alliance, which I am now on the staff for. And we both thought that the other person was pretty cool. So we exchanged Skype usernames and we told each other that we'd have to talk sometime soon. We were actually so intimidated by each other's awesomeness though that we didn't end up talking at all for about another week. Once we did start talking though, it didn't take long for Esther to become one of my closest friends. She's the one who introduced me to my core group of friends that are nerd fighters and Harry Potter fans. And every time I'm in the chat, I can't help but think that without Esther, I would have never met all of these other people. So needless to say, Esther is someone who has impacted me in tons and tons and tons of remarkable ways. Of course, it's only been 5 months, and this continues to be something that all of us who knew Esther and who love her still struggle with every day, to be honest. What's interesting to me, though, is that through her death, Esther has managed to impact so many more people. At least for me personally, I began to talk about Esther more than I ever had. When Esther was checked into the ICU for the last time, and eventually when she passed away, I know a lot of us were watching tweets with her username and her name, and many of them were saying that though they hadn't had the chance to talk to Esther personally, they felt like she was one of their closest friends, that they knew her very well, and that she was very dear to them. No matter who you were or how well you knew her, Esther always made you feel like you were her best friend and that you were the only thing that she wanted to pay attention to at that time. Esther wasn't just my friend, she was a friend to anyone who knew her in the slightest. So when I talk about Esther in this video, I'm not just talking about my relationship with her, but rather I'm talking about her relationship with everyone around her and how we can learn from that and how we can change our own relationships in our day-to-day life by thinking about how Esther approached her relationships. And I know that Esther wanted very little more than she wanted people to enjoy each other's company and for others to love those around them. And I don't really know what that means or how we're supposed to take that, but I think each of us can learn from Esther and listen to her story and apply that to our own lives. Sabia, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, also, for those of you who don't know, I live in Minnesota, in the United States, and we get a lot of snow here. I did actually draw a hopscotch outside, but it got dark really fast, and my dad wouldn't film for me outside, so I tried to make it in my kitchen instead.
Doorknob.
That'll work. Alright. Watch out, dog. Okay, I'm done. That's all you get.